is cold. It is super nice sunset. Ready to get out on this run. It is 23 degrees. We have been unseasonably warm here, and I really haven't had that many problems running in the weather. However, today is the exception. Today is that day where we've got 20-mile-per-hour winds. I'm feeling a little unsettled with the weather because it is new. You can see my breath. I'm going to get out there, do this run anyhow. The one thing I'm trying to overcome and I'm trying to get through is that little flinch that you have. You know, that moment where you're sort of like, I could just not do the run, or I could stay home or do something like that. But I'm going to get over that little flinch of it being really cold, warm up, ease into the run. I'm probably going to go a little bit slower here to get my heart rate going, make sure that I'm in a good place with the run. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the wind, like 20 miles per hour out of the west. It was a lot. Just finished the run, back about 6 miles, maybe a little bit of change here. I'll put the details for that run right here. As you can see, it was hard. There were moments when it was really hard. It's super windy out right now. Conditions, and I guess the third thing I'll talk about is sort of the mental game of it. So, first things first, equipment. I think it's hard. I run in these tights that you can see here, these black tights. I put on different shoes because I want to show my pace, or my ability to run and get full extension with my form. So that's one thing. I'm not making excuses, just reality. You have to run in the cold. So that's one thing. I feel like that really constricts it. The second thing is I clearly need new shoes. You can see it there. These Brooks Ghost 11s have been really good to me. I've enjoyed them. But now I'm thinking about moving on to a new pair, and you can tell the traction for these in the snow, it just piles up and it gets really hard to get your footing. And I feel like I was at the risk of, I don't want to say injury, but maybe just strain or overstress on certain areas. So that's that. The third thing that I did purchase, so shoes are on the way. I'm thinking about the Hoka One's, the Rincones, right? I think that's going to be my next pair. The next thing is, so a headwear, and then I had to move from something heavy over my face to something a little bit lighter. I forget where I got these, but I got like a 6-pack for like $10 on Amazon. Nice, keep it over the mouth. I can't run with this over my mouth and my nose. It's very tricky, but there are times when you at least need to pull it up over your face. The fourth thing I'll talk about is gloves. The gloves, my hands were freezing on the way out of this run. Again, we're talking about now we're under 20 degrees and a wind out of the west at around 24 miles an hour. So my hands warmed up though, got better. Next thing, conditions. The hardest part about the run is not the cold, right? The cold is what it is, and in this area, I'm gonna have to run in the cold in this training block regardless, leading up to a marathon in May. It's running into the wind. But I really tried to use that, and you've heard me say this before, I've tried to use that wind as a teacher. Things are gonna be hard, don't overstress here, just get through it. So when I was running west, I was using it as a teacher to say, everything about this whole thing, this journey, this documenting, putting myself out there, all these things are just hard. You gotta get over the hard things. So that's that. And then the final thing I'll say here is the mental game. As I just mentioned, using that wind as a teacher, but then the second thing, or the second part with the mental game is really getting clear on, I've only got like 16 weeks starting Monday before this actual marathon. I have to get mentally tough on these runs, these intermediate runs during the middle of the week. I was super hungry on that run for some reason. But again, I think using it as a tool to say, yeah, it's hard. You're hungry. You're not feeling right. But how are you going to manage? How are you going to get through? What's causing you to feel this way? I think those little tweaks and those little mind games, almost like the mental jujitsu that I'm trying to play with myself, getting clear on that during these runs will be good for me. So that's all I have for today. And oh, by the way, I did want to make mention, yesterday's video got cut short as per the time. I put it up anyhow. It is what it is. So if you watched it and you wonder why it got cut short, it was a busy one. It's a scheduled run and a busy schedule, coming home from work right away and getting back out there. So we'll see how that plays out. Well, I appreciate you watching. If you're new to this and you want to watch the rest of it, I would appreciate you subscribing, giving me a comment, leaving me some feedback. Thank you so much.